See, जिस तरीके से like from morning we can see that KTR's brother-in-law, in whose farmhouse these raids have been done, and it's very clearly evident that one person has been found out with cocaine positive, and his statement was that KCR's brother-in-law has gave him cocaine so that which he has consumed. For that, investigation is going on, and being an MLA of legislature of an assembly, KTR should respond on this, and he should give a statement that why he is encouraging this kind of things when his family members are in. Because this is not the first time. The same person, Rajiv Pakala, previously also he has done this sunburn event in Hyderabad during BRS government, which was officially tickets were sold on Telangana tourism platform during BRS government. And the same allegations now are coming on the same person, so that there are a number of concerns that KTR is involved in it too. Because on the other side, our Chief Minister is trying to eradicate complete drugs from Hyderabad to make drug-free city Hyderabad. But KTR is encouraging this kind of thing. So we demand KTR also to come for a white collar test, to give even his blood samples to the people of Telangana to assure that he won't take drugs.
We are joined by a BRS spokesperson in Hyderabad in charge, Dasoji Shravan Garu. Sir, strong allegation, a very strong allegation against the BRS party working president and a relative of KTR Garu, Raj, who was allegedly caught in the farmhouse, which is said to be a farmhouse, where he was one of them who was there in the family members, or you're telling a rave party is what the opposition is saying. But the family members that you're claiming, one of them was caught with, had consumed drugs. Cocaine is what is being said. So what do you have to say about this?
First of all, I think Mr. Revanth Reddy is unable to defend his government, and he's not able to answer for the kind of questions that being in opposition BRS party is raising, and the kind of demands that the people are putting forth for the fulfillment of lots of declarations and promises that they made. Now they targetedly is trying to tarnish the image of Mr. KTR and the BRS party. As you rightly said, allegations, they're baseless allegations and baseless mudslinging. It was a family get together. जैसा कश्मीर टू कन्याकुमारी दिवाली से पहले जैसा एक गेट टुगेदर होता है, उसी तरीके का एक गेट टुगेदर है. Incidentally, it is also a sort of a house warming ceremony that has happened about few days before, and it is a get together of a small group of family members. There exists a 70-year-old mother of Mr. Raj Pakala. There exists a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year-old children there. What nonsense Mr. Revanth Reddy government is talking about, that there is a rave party going on. A 70-year-old woman in the rave party, a 2-year-old child in the rave party. Can anybody believe? You should have some mental balance, Mr. Revanth Reddy and his government, to make these kind of accusations and unwanted allegations. If you want to settle scores with Mr. KTR, settle that on the floor of the assembly, on the floor of in front of the people, but not this kind of malicious conspiracy, targetedly attacking them. Who gave them that right to go and then ride with 300 police people? There are about 10-20 family members, wives and husbands. They are not women and men. But unfortunately, they are campaigning as if there are few men and few women, and there are drugs, there are liquor, and all kinds of allegations, and campaign is being done. But actually, they are couples. That too with an old mother there being present there, and young children are there. But unfortunately, Mr. Revanth Reddy, just to settle his political scores, vindictively is trying to, just because he is not able to do anything, just because he is not able to answer KTR, he resorted to this kind of cheap, malicious tactic of, this kind of a conspiracy. In the morning, they said, the excise police, which has been part of that raid, said that there is no drug. There is no case, there is no drug. In the evening, it has been converted into NDPS. What nonsense is this? And one person whom you are referring to has been, that one person, I think some by name one Mr. Vijay or somebody, that one gentleman, out of 14 people, they have taken their urine samples for drug test. One person seems to be having that positive, positive of the drugs, positive in the drug test. One person who has just travelled from Netherlands, I guess, Netherlands or Australia, some country. You find out where he has taken that, where he has consumed. Instead of finding out, digging out the truth, simply started making accusations and then framing charges against Mr. Raj Pakala that he is a consumer, that he is a supplier, that he is a host of the drug party. This is simply unacceptable and most low-level politics that are being played by Mr. Revanth Reddy. Just because he has gone to jail, because he was caught nakedly with 50 lakh rupees of cash, just because he was caught on various criminal cases, he wants to frame similar kind of criminal charges against everybody and around, particularly in the opposition party, particularly the family members of KTR. We strongly refute this. I think as a party, we stand with KTR. And the people of Telangana are very much aware that this is an absolutely malicious trap that has been laid by Mr. Revanth Reddy. Revanth Reddy गवर्नेंस करो बोले तो कॉन्स्पिरेसीज कर रहे हैं. मैं एक बात बोलना चाहता हूँ. Revanth Reddy has become a peeping Tom. What is the business that you have to peep into somebody else's family parties? Yeah, your job is to sit in the secretariat and then do some good governance, fulfill your promises, fulfill 6 guarantees. But unfortunately, Revanth Reddy turned out to be a peeping Tom. And more unfortunate is that the union ministers, none other than the union ministers in the Bharatiya Janata Party, have become hounding dogs. One has become a peeping Tom, the other has become a hounding dog. Without any basis, they simply started attributing ill motives to KTR and then talking all kinds of nonsense. Atrocious. I think both of them are hand in glove. Unfortunately, Congress and BJP, it's quite unbelievable, I'm sure, for the country who are trying to, who listen to what I'm talking today. But Congress in Telangana, under the leadership of Revanth Reddy, and the BJP leadership in Telangana are colluded. I don't know whether it is in the knowledge of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. I don't know whether it is in the knowledge of Mr. Narendra Modi. But this unholy nexus is the result. Revanth Reddy peeks in like a Tom into the family parties. Immediately, Bandi Sanjay gets up, being a union minister, without even inquiring into, starts making accusations and false allegations and abusing Mr. KTR. What nonsense is happening? What kind of unholy nexus? Both of them are hand in glove.
Well, sir, this is not the first time that we see farmhouse raids taking place. You're talking about peeping Tom. But what we have seen that during the BRS regime also such raids had taken place into the private conversations or private meetings of maybe individuals. So how do you see that and how do you differentiate this from that raids or that raids that have taken place during the BRS regime?
First of all, it's not a rave party. I think you also would know, and then people who watch this program also would know. If they type it in ChatGPT or in Google, they would know what does it mean by rave party and what does it mean by a family party. All of us, just before the festivals or during the festivals, or if there is any family ceremony, all of us gang together and then maybe they drink also. And to drink in Telangana is not illegal. And to convert and then brand it as rave party is illegal. A rave party in front of a 70-year-old mother, please mind you. Even if Revanth Reddy wants to brand that as a rave party, he should have some sense, some wisdom, some humanity, that in front of his Raj Pakala's mother, who is a 70-year-old, he's saying that rave party is going on in front of 2-year-old child, number one. Number two is, it's not a farmhouse, it's Mr. Raj Pakala's residence. He started staying there. He just about 10-15 days back, he has completed his housewarming ceremony because he could not call anybody and everybody. So yesterday night, he called a few people, few close family, that two couples, and then you call it as a rave party, number one. And the raids that have happened in the past by the police, whether in this government or in the previous government, if there is a rave party going on, do it, man, damn, who says no? But आपके घर में जब आप 10 लोगों को बुला के आप दावत कर रहे हैं, आपके घर में घुस के मैं 300 पुलिस को ला के आपके घर में घुस के मैं बोलूँगा कि आप रेव पार्टी कर रहे तो आप क्या बोलेंगे? यही तो हालत है. Just because he's the brother-in-law of KTR, just because there are few relatives of KTR are there, you are calling a family party as a rave party. If you have guts, Mr. Revanth Reddy, if you have some wisdom, you're sitting on a position of a chief minister. I think you should be more wiser enough. If you have guts, you fight KTR on a different ground, but not on these kind of cheap grounds, attributing ill motives to your mother of 70-year-old, to children of 2, 3, 4, 5. That's unfair, Mr. Revanth Reddy.
Sir, on one side, one last question, sir. On one side, you say that it was a family party or a housewarming ceremony. One person in that party is illegally tested positive to drugs. But what we have seen during the BRS regime, the BRS party when it was in the government here had gone all guns blazing against the narcotics. So how do you see in the family itself, was the BRS party unable to clean all these things that are happening, and now that this thing has come up, and that to a positive test from somebody, a personal party that you're saying, or private party that you're saying.
It's a private party. आप मेरा बहुत खास रिश्ता है आपसे, मेरे को इतना करीब है कि सालों से आपको जानता हूँ, आपको मैं भाई मानता हूँ. मैं मेरे को आपके घर में, आपको मेरे घर में दावत में बुला दिया, और कहीं आप ड्रग लेके आए तो मुझे थोड़ी पता होता है यार. The same thing could have happened with Rajiv Pakala also, no? He simply invited his very, very close friend. How does anybody know what they do in their private life? If he has done, if there is something unconstitutional, illegal that man has done, punish him. Nobody says no. But then why are you attributing that to KTR? Why are you attributing that to Mr. Raj Pakala? And why are you converting a family party into a rave party, Mr. Rajiv Reddy? And to drink, is it illegal in Telangana? No. 30,000 crores of revenue generated because of excise, and then you are talking drinking is illegal. We never know that. Even हमारे घर में भी जब शादी होते हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों को बुलाते हैं तो थोड़ा दावत देते हैं, एक दो पैक पिलाते हैं लोगों को. That's culture in Telangana. But you can't call it as a rave party. You can't call it as drug consumption. Out of 14 people, one fellow who has just come from somewhere, he's an US citizen, by the way. He travels from some other country, landed in India, and then probably he's joined that party, and who knows that whether what he has done abroad or what he has done outside. जैसा आपको बुलाए तो मुझे नहीं पता होता, आपको अगर बाहर जो करते हैं वैसे हुआ होगा ना. Find out the truth. I mean, malicious campaign.
What are your demands at this point?
My demands, I think Mr. Rajiv Reddy should behave more wisely, should not resort to these kind of cheap things. We will fight in the court of law. We are law-abiding citizens. We are a law-abiding party. We will fight in the court of law. But these kind of third-rate gimmicks and threatenings will not deter the KTR or BRS party from fighting against the dictatorial and the corruptions of Mr. Rajiv Reddy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for speaking with us. So this was BRS spokesperson in Hyderabad in charge, Dasuji Shravan Garu. Camera person Nasir Abdul Bashir, Hyderabad.